decided to do a festival makeup tutorial, even though Coachella's over. I just wanted to have fun. I know there's plenty of festivals this summer, so I hope you feel as inspired as I am to do these tutorials and to watch them and recreate them. So I really hope you enjoy it and just keep watching to see what I do with this look.
Okay, first I'm going to start off with priming my eyelids. I'm using MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime, and I'm just spreading that evenly with a small tapered brush and blending that out with my middle finger, obviously. And I'm going to continue on the other side and doing the same exact thing, and just make sure these eyeballs are ready for this makeup look. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to use a big fluffy blending brush. I'm not entirely sure what blending brush I use, but I can list all of them below. But I am just going to set that prime with a Laura Mercier setting powder. And now I'm going to dip into KylieCosmetics Dirty Peach palette, and I'm going to take the shade Sandy, and I'm going to use this as a transition shade just in the crease and keep on blending that out so I can make it super smoky, because that is the look I'm going for, is kind of like a sunset smoky peachy glam, if that makes sense. And I tend to spend a lot of time on this because I want my shadows to be super blended out and transition nicely. And I'm just going to repeat the same steps on the other eye. And now I'm going to go in with the shade Cinnamon from the same palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller blending brush, but still fluffy, and I'm going to put that right in the crease, right below where I put Sandy. And I like to do this little trick where I pull up the inner part of my eye and blend inwards. And the reason why I do this is because my eyes are more hooded in that area, and if I pull it up, it makes the blending a little bit more smoother instead of rigid, because sometimes I can get these eyeshadow looks where they get a little too rigid in the inner corner, and it looks like I didn't blend fully. So that helps me, I've noticed. And I'm just digging that in and putting more color on and applying until I'm happy with the amount of color that is on my crease. And now I'm taking the same big fluffy blending brush I used on my transition shade, Sandy, and I am just blending out the harsh edges, and I took a little bit of Sandy and put it in the crease as well again, just so I can have a little bit more of that color peek through. And now I'm just doing the other side and repeating the same steps as I did on my other eye. And now I'm going in with the shade right above it. It's called Duke. It's just a shimmier version of that cinnamon color. And I am going to put that in the crease right below Cinnamon, and I'm going to use the same fluffy blending brush as I used with Cinnamon, just to make the shade a little bit more deeper and a little bit more rich in color. Alright, now I'm going to start in with the outer corner. I am going in the darkest shade in the Melt Cosmetics Rust Stack. It's called Rott. And I'm going to stick that in the outer corner and blend it out. I'm using a smaller blending brush than I did with the first two brushes, and it's a little bit more pointy in the end, so it can get right into that outer corner and kind of make a cat eye shape. And I'm going to go in with the same color Duke, and I'm just going to make that gradient effect like I was saying earlier, and I'm going to blend it out and make it a little more smoky. And I'm going to go in with the sandy, and I'm going to do that on top of it, just smoking it out continuously to make that pretty fade. And now it's time for the lid. So I'm going to use Pumpkin Spice Latte by KylieCosmetics, and I am just patting that on my lid using a flat shader brush, I believe is what it's called. And I'm just gonna smoke out the edges. And you can tell I was feeling my makeup right there. Yeah. And I thought I was done at that moment, but I decided to go back into the KylieCosmetics palette and get the shimmery shade called Queen Bee, and I'm gonna stick that in the inner thirds of my eye just to add a little bit more dimension so it looks a little bit more 3D. Now I'm gonna take the violet liner called Mist Me by Marc Jacobs, and I'm going to stick that on my waterline because I wanted to show a little bit more color, and it's festival season, so like what the heck, right? I mean, purple liner is good for every day anyway, but I really like me some purple liner for festival season, okay? Alright, in order to be a little bit more extra, I'm going to add this mauve color, and I'm going to stick that right on my lower lash line just to smoke out the liner and make it pop a little bit more. And I'm using this small tapered blending brush. It's really small, it's tiny. I use it all the time on my under eyes. I used it in my previous video. You can find it over there. And I wanted to make the undercolor pop a little bit more, so I'm using a little bit more of a deeper, brighter purple. And I am doing the same thing as I did with the mauve and making it a little bit more of a gradient effect. And I'm bringing it out on the outer corner too to make it look like it's connected to the orange. And there's me trying to check out my beautiful masterpiece. And now I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara and do my top and bottom lashes that don't exist. And now I'm going to tight line or do a really, really thin line on my top lash line just so I can hide this band. And I'm going to use House of Lashes Iconics and stick them on my eye because I don't have eyelashes, and these eyelashes are bomb.fucking-com, so we're gonna roll with it. And guys, there's no special way to put on eyelashes, at least for me. I kind of just use my fingers. Sometimes I'll use a tweezer if I'm feeling like super extra, but I really don't feel extra nowadays, so okay, so here's the fun part. I am going to take this NYX lip liner in Gem. It's a liquid lip liner and it stays on like glue. It's a reflective gold color, and I'm just kind of having fun with this. I'm putting it all around my face where I feel like freckles should be. I'd never had freckles before, so I don't know a freckle pattern, so I kind of just put a bunch of dots on my face and said, hey, they're freckles. So there's no special method in doing this. Kind of just do what you feel is right. I mean, you can bring up pictures on Google if you want, but I'm not that extra and I don't feel like doing that. So I kind of just put it on and see if I liked it. And I chose to put some on my nose because I really like that freckled pattern look. So I am putting it on my nose. Make sure you don't miss the sides of your nose. I made the mistake of doing fake freckles a long time ago, and I only did the top of my nose. I did not do the sides. So do not forget that. Otherwise, it's going to look super freaking fake, and you're just going to look like you have like a skin infection or something. I don't freaking know, but it didn't look that bad. I'm just being over dramatic, so whatever. And I finished the freckles. I just wanted you to see that they're reflective, so you can move in the light and it will disappear or reappear. So that is a cool effect. Now I'm going to use my Laura Geller Gilded Honey, obviously, and highlight my cheekbones because I didn't do that earlier when I did my face makeup. And highlight my forehead because I want to be shiny as fuck, and my bridge of my nose because I got a fat nose, and probably my chin. Oh, I didn't do my chin. Okay, and I'm just going to add more freckles because I think they got lost in the highlight because I put way too much on. Now I'm going to use MAC Cosmetics lip liner in Cork and outline my lips because I like the defined nude lip. And surprise, surprise, I'm using KylieCosmetics Exposed as my nude lip because it's my all-time favorite formula, all-time favorite shade. It's super peachy, which matches for some reason my undertone. And it just looks so perfect as a nude for me. It dries beautifully, it doesn't transfer. So I'm using that as my nude lipstick for the rest of my whole freaking life. And it's considered Kylie's nude lipstick. So it totally makes sense because we both have like completely the same skin tone, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna do the middle part of my lip. I am using the same brush as I used with my freckles and the same NYX lip liner, and I'm going to just put that on the center. Just try to make it completely straight, and there is the complete look.
Okay guys, this is the finished look. I hope you loved it. I loved creating it. So if you do go on a festival, please be safe, drink a lot of water, protect your stuff. If you do recreate this look, please tag me on your Instagram photos. I would love to see them. I love seeing all of the creativity and us empowering each other. So please tag me. I really hope this inspired you to go out there and create. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.